Fans, welcome to the 2024 Cascade Conference Championships presented by U.S. Bank and hosted at the beautiful Lithia Driveway Fields. Today's women's soccer quarterfinal contest is between the number 4 seed Fighting Saints of Carroll College versus the 5 seed Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain. Thanks for joining us. Jim McCoy along with Coach Greg Millick of the RCC Ospreys. And so you turn right around from coaching a game on Saturday night to calling a game on Sunday. But I understand this has been something you've been looking forward to for a long time.
Yeah. No, as a kid, I wanted to be a baseball play-by-play announcer on the TV or the radio. So this is a childhood dream come true. I'm just happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, it's great to be here. We saw an exciting, frenetic match this morning between Northwest University and OIT. The Eagles came in as the underdog, but I think that one of the things you want to do, it's kind of like if you're in a boxing match and you're the underdog, you hit them hard early, hit them in the mouth early, and you change the dynamic of the match, and it seemed like that's what happened before OIT eventually prevailed.
Yeah, no, I agree. Northwest came out and got that early goal, and it really forced Oregon Tech to step up their game. And you're exactly right, hit them early and make that, if you're the underdog, that's exactly how you want to get that start. And, make Oregon Tech have to earn it, and they sure made them earn it.
Well, they absolutely did, and it sounds like now we'll turn it over to the public address announcer once he starts to introduce the starters. But looking at 4 and 5, you're talking about a couple seats where it's like, you can't get any closer than this.
Yeah, it has all the makings to be a really good game. 4 against a 5. They tied each other in the season matchup. And don't take the in-state rivalry away. Both Montana schools coming after each other.
Well, it's going to be a fun one this afternoon. And fortunately, we've got some pretty lovely conditions here today. And here comes the starting lineups.
Montana, their head coach is Richard Duffy. Starting in goal is a 5'7" senior from Casper, Wyoming, number 1, Hannah Trumbull. A 5'6" junior from Billings, Montana, number 3, Emma Lensing. A 5'7" sophomore from Laurel, Montana, number 5, Maya Mack. A 5'7" senior from Billings, Montana, number 6, Mila Allison. A 5'8" senior from Laurel, Montana, number 7, Morgan Mack. A 5'10" sophomore from Billings, Montana, number 11, Charlize Davis. A 5'8" freshman from Melbourne, Australia, number 14, Ellen Godry. A 5'2" freshman from Brisbane, Australia, number 16, Georgia Dean. A 5'6" junior from Springville, Utah, number 17, Ashley Donahue. A 5'4" senior from Alberta, Canada, number 18, Sana Bath. And a 5'4" senior from Brisbane, Australia, number 23, Tara Appleby. Rocky Mountain is assisted by Kevin Luce, Taylor Canfield, and the athletic director is Jim Clement. Welcome, the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain. And now, friends, let's meet the number 4 seed of the tournament, the Fighting Saints of Carroll College. Their head coach is Dave Thorbelson. Starting in goal, a 5'8" sophomore from Billings, Montana, number 1, Maria Ackerman. A 5'3" senior from Boise, Idaho, number 5, Zoe Kochi. A 5'4" junior from Billings, Montana, number 7, Courtney Gagnon. A 5'4" junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado, number 12, Ella Kensley. A 5'10" junior from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, number 13, Maya Reitz. A 5'7" senior from Great Falls, Montana, number 14, Emily Funseth. A 5'6" sophomore from Billings, Montana, number 15, Avery Lamburn. A 5'7" junior from Cave Creek, Arizona, number 21, Deanna Lord. A 5'9" senior from Billings, Montana, number 22, Molly Malvig. A 5'10 sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 23, Delaney Moxon. And a 5'5 freshman from Briar, Washington, number 31, Rachel McAllister. Carroll College is assisted by Megan O'Connell. Good luck to both teams. Let's play ball.
And there you have the starting lineups for today's match between Carroll College and Rocky Mountain. And you made mention of your expectations of this match. Well, you know, when you get to this point in the season, first of all, your teams are, in their postseason form. And these two have seen each other and played to a draw in the regular season, and it promises, I think, to be a good battle today.
Yeah, no, definitely. It just has all the makings to be a good game, and based on the seedings and where they played against each other in the early season, it should be a good game.
Well, you know what's interesting about it, I think, a lot of times in the high school ranks, when you get to the playoffs, you end up facing maybe some teams you haven't seen before. I have to imagine it makes it interesting in terms of coaching, in terms of preparations as an athlete. You're thinking about, there's a little bit less of that feeling out process that goes on than maybe it would be if you were strangers to each other.
Yeah, no, a prime example of that was the last match. Northwest and Oregon Tech had just played each other a week ago. And so I think that also had a lot to do with how that game was played this morning. So yeah, it's an interesting thing to have to play a team again in that conference tournament. Now in the regular season they only play each other once, so they always say it's hard to beat a team 3 times, but it is hard to beat a team 2 times when you play them once in the season and then in the conference tournament.
Teams are taking the field. Rocky Mountain in black, you get those little bit of that, what they call Las Vegas gold, along with green. They'll move from left to right from where we're sitting. And then you have Carroll College in their gold uniforms with purple numerals. Teams are out on the pitch. The officials surveying everything, making sure everybody is ready. We're ready to go to bring you what should be an exciting match between the Battling Bears and the Fighting Saints. Whistle sounds and the match is underway. Bears with early possession, moving from left to right. But Carroll getting on it now. Delaney Moxon.
First 10 to 15 minutes always going to be kind of feeling yourself out into the game. The nerves are still up. It's a big game, so we'll see how they do here in the first 10 to 15.
Well, mentioning the earlier match today, I thought that was one thing that had to have worked out very nicely for Northwest, a team that doesn't score very much, but able to capitalize early. They ended up with a wing that was just out behind them by themselves, that snuck behind the defense and got in there, and then that quickly changed the complexion of the match. As you mentioned, it made the higher-seeded Owls play a complete match.
Yeah, absolutely. No, an early goal will always calm those nerves. So
we have a throw for Carroll. Taken on the right wing, looking toward the middle. And a goal kick for the Bears. Goalkeeper for Rocky Mountain, Bailey Walls, senior out of Pleasanton, California. Carroll getting it back. And now Rocky Mountain trying to get something started in their attack. They'll move it up the left side. And out of bounds over the back line it goes. it's interesting to kind of look at these rosters sometimes. You see, it seems like there's some programs where they have a very heavily local flavor to the team. Then you have others where you've got kids coming in from all over the country.
Yeah, we at RCC do the same thing. It's different every year. Sometimes we have a very large local group of players, and sometimes we go very heavy on the out of area. It just, it kind of depends on the location of your school and kind of what your philosophy is on that. So every team's different.
Rocky Mountain with possession. Taking it over here on the right side is Ellen Gaudry, filling that right back position. Rocky Mountain coached by Richard Duffy. David Thorvalson for Carroll. They're trying to gain control of it. Delaney Moxon, 5'10" sophomore forward out of Las Vegas. You talk about your own program, Greg. I know that you ended up with a couple of guys out of Vegas on your team this year.
Yeah, we have 3 guys from Las Vegas. Started with our goalkeeper, Kian Arias, first team all-conference this year, defensive player of the year in the South region, and he just happened to have a couple of guys back home that were looking for spots, and he got us in touch with them. So now we've got 3 Vegas guys on the team.
Chasing it down for Carroll at that right back spot, Avery Lamborn. Bears working out of the back. And at least for those of us a little less familiar with soccer, would you say that Rocky is kind of playing a high line, or is that about where you would kind of expect it to be early in the match?
It's a high line. Defending a goal kick, in the other team's half of the field here. It's definitely a high line. We'll have to see what Carroll looks like as stylistically, if they're going to take advantage of that, putting runners in behind. Right now, Carroll they just need to calm down and get into the game here a little bit. Seem a little bit frazzled in the early going. Rocky Mountain just a little more composure on the ball right now.
Carroll on the attack, and there's the shot. Having a look, Deanna Lord.
It's a good look. Good throw in. Defender misjudged that. Right over her head and in the back. I think that might have been curse of the commentator right there.
You're like, I heard that.
Uh-huh.
Well, goal kick for Rocky Mountain. Booted away. There to meet it, Emily Funseth. She'll dish off. Looking left for Mulvig. Now pop-up kick and a little bit of pinball action going on there in the middle of the pitch.
See if somebody can just bring it down and get some control of the game here.
Carroll on the move. Taking a look. Shot fired over the crossbar. That seems like, early on, that's where it seems like to me where you're most likely to see those kicks up over the bar, that they're not quite sighted in yet in terms of the height that they're looking for on the shot.
Yeah.
There to meet it for Carroll is Funseth. Running over for Rocky Mountain is Ellen Gaudry. Ella Kunsley, and they fire on goal, but it's right on frame and right into the arms of the goalkeeper, Walls.
I'd say now it's turned a little bit in the last couple minutes. Carroll now starting to relax into it here, and Rocky trying to get it back again.
Avery Lamborn, she'll go ahead and take care of the free kick. Got pretty good strength on it, but Rocky Mountain with the clearance. Throw in for the Saints. Battle between Gaudry and a Carroll attacker. Gaudry looking right. Over for Maya Mock. We have Maya Mock and Morgan Mock.
Yes, this is better. This is better for Rocky. Just some composure on the ball. Let's move it. Let's get some runners off it.
Ball sails over the back line. Goal kick for Carroll. Netminder is Mariah Ackerman out of Billings, Montana, a sophomore.
We call that the keeper, Jim. Netminder would be hockey.
You have a point. I tell you what, the keepers in our morning match are very busy today. I think by the time it was all said and done, the Owls ended up with 18 shots.
That's a good day for the attack there. Well, that's a good settle.
Delaney Moxon cleared out by center back for Rocky Mountain. Just about 10 minutes into the match. Now Rocky Mountain, and there to meet it for Carroll is Lamborn, trying to run onto it on the left side. Over there is Moxon. Gets past the defender.
I'll get a corner kick out of that. Referee played advantage to see if she could get something out of it, and he'll give him the corner for that. Good advantage by the referee. Set piece is really important, Jim, in games like this. These are the ones you work on the training ground, and this is how you steal a goal if you can.
So Carroll with the attempt here. Quite the crowd gathered in front of the net. Here comes the kick. Pretty decent height on it. And still play right in front of the net, but cleared away by a Rocky Mountain defender.
She put a good ball in there. Good service.
Well, it's interesting to watch how different clubs set up on their set pieces and their corner kicks. If I imagine for a more casual fan, it just kind of looks like a scrum.
Yeah, a sea of bodies in front there. I mean, they put all their attacking players on the goal line, and what that's going to do is that's going to make it really hard for the goalkeeper to make any kind of play on the ball. And she did a really good job of getting off her line and at least getting a touch on that. And her defenders in front of her got it away.
Very busy early is Ellen Gaudry on that right back spot for Rocky Mountain. And with pretty well, for the most part, I would say in the last several minutes, Greg, have kind of lived right here in this defensive third for Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, Carroll has definitely gotten their heart rates in there now, and they're well in it now, and looking very confident on the ball. Would have liked to see that forward get a shot out of that before she took the next touch to try to get closer, just to get something on frame, but we'll take the corner.
Saints corner kick, and that ends up wide of the frame. And
again, there's a lot of pressure on the goalkeeper there because they put so many bodies around her. So when she comes to the near post to try to get that ball, if she misses it and it goes into that back post area, it leaves your net very, very exposed.
Well, and on those set pieces, I think it's so tricky because you got such a crowd around the ball, and suddenly that ball just comes out of nowhere.
Exactly.
And here for Rocky Mountain, Charlize Davis. Davis. Now Maya Mock. She'll work at center for Morgan Mock. And then they'll end up rolling out of bounds. So we got a little sister act happening here for the Battling Bears. It'll be a throw-in for the Saints. Molly Molvig up line, getting ahead on it for Rocky Mountain. Ashley Donahue. Carroll throw. And there with the clear and the kick, Rocky Mountain. Georgia Dean, 5'2" midfielder, freshman. She went a little ways to go to school, Brisbane, Australia.
That's a little bit of a trek.
Ball deflected out by Carroll. Kicking up the right side, Morgan Mock. Actually, should say Courtney Gagnon. Ball out into space, tried to run onto it for Rocky Mountain, Charlize Davis. She'll track it down. And it'll be a throw for Rocky Mountain.
It's a good burst of speed from Davis there on the right wing. I think it caught the center back a little off guard. I didn't think she was anticipating that burst of speed there.
Throughout the middle of this pitch, trying to run onto it for Rocky Mountain. Tara Appleby cleared away by the defense for Carroll. Some contact there on the play. Kicking it right. Rachel McAllister wearing number 31. Carroll going to have a look. And it's wide of the far post. And away it goes. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest commercial bank in the United States and operates 3,080 banking offices in 25 states, providing a comprehensive line of banking products to consumers, businesses, and institutions. U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Cascade Collegiate Conference and presenting sponsor of the 24-25 championships. There, did that in a single breath.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Carroll on the move. Emily Funseth, number 14. She's running over toward the ball. She'll send it right over for Ella Kunsley. Kunsley, junior out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Throw for Rocky Mountain. About 28 and a half minutes left to go in the first half. After calling NWAC soccer and the way they work the clock there, a little bit of an adjustment here to see it's done a little bit differently with the NAIA.
Yeah, NAIA and NCAA both have a counting down clock, and the referee can stop the clock for substitutions, yellow cards, things like that for stoppages. NWAC, we keep it more to the FIFA laws of the game. It's the clock that counts up, and we get stoppage time at the end. It's been a discussion in our group at the NWAC that maybe we think about that, but for now that's what we run with.
Free kick.
It's a good look
for the Bears, and it's always amazing to watch the leg strength of these players. You're kicking it from that distance, and good depth on it, good pace. There to meet the ball for Rocky Mountain, Morgan Mock. Out of the back for Carroll, Molly Mulvig, and now foot race to the ball. Trying to chase it down is Deanna Lord. Lord on the left wing. Might have an opportunity here, but it sails wide of the face of the goal.
She's been really dangerous on this left side. They either target her directly, or in that circumstance there, playing the ball into the center forward, who great hold-up play. She turns and then splits the defenders. But Lord is giving them a lot of trouble over on this left side.
Goal kick by the Bears. Left-footed boot for the clearance. Running onto it for Carroll is Ella Kunsley. We'll work it up the right wing. And here is Carroll getting a hold of it, but grabbing it away for Rocky Mountain, Charlize Davis. Rocky Mountain throw here, remaining a scoreless match. Middle of the pitch, over to the right side. For Rocky Mountain, Emma Lensing. Maria Ackerman chasing it down. Which one is it? Trumbull? Goal kick. Rocky Mountain and Carroll, little battle for the ball. And out it goes. And that'll set up a goal kick from the far side over across from us. Look toward the net. That was close. Looked like they had to have won there for a second, Greg.
Yeah, they went. So Rocky's set piece from a corner there different. They went short on it, and when you go short and you don't send bodies out to defend it, you get free runners, and she got a good look at the goal.
Little collision there in the middle of the field. Running onto it for Carroll is Emily Funseth. Rocky Mountain with the throw. And we got a collision there over on the right side of the field. The whistle will blow, and a free kick awarded to Carroll.
Yeah, and to her back. Clear foul there.
Carroll on the move. Breaking it up for Carroll is Maya Ritzy. Kick out of the back, and that one manages just to stay inside the fence.
Having not seen Rocky Mountain play before, just based on the way they're playing in this game, I would say Linsing is definitely there. That's their go-to over there on the left wing.
So we'll be keeping an eye on her throughout the match. Rocky Mountain with the clearance. Carroll winning it back. Courtney Gagnon out of Billings, Montana. Trumbull, the goalkeeper, boots it away. Hannah Trumbull, goalkeeper out of Casper, Wyoming, 5'7" senior. Send it over to the right side. Rocky Mountain on the move. Ellen Gaudry tries to send it toward the middle, and the shot over the crossbar.
Good build-up play. Good build-up play there. Settling it in the middle of the park. Brought it out to the right side. They get the fullback involved there. An overload on the fullback of Carroll, and a good cross, and just over the bar on the shot.
Substitution in the match for Rocky Mountain. I try to get that number for you as soon as possible. A little bit of a challenge with the dark green on black. Lefty boot by Carroll to clear. But there was Mila Allison, number 6 for Rocky Mountain. She'll work it right side for Gaudry. Gaudry working against Lord.
It's good hold-up play from the center forward.
Moxon, Lord up the middle of the pitch. Got a little bit of operating room there. Looked like she was looking left over there in the direction of Emily Funseth.
Defender did just enough to not allow that ball in for a through ball there to the goal, but going to give up the corner kick.
Taking care of the corner for Carroll is Molly Mulvig, senior defender. There's the kick, cleared by Rocky Mountain. Running onto it is Maya Mack for the Bears. Rocky Mountain still keeping possession. Looking toward the middle. Player goes down, but quickly back up. The winner of today's contest will earn a spot in one of the Cascade Conference semifinal matches, which will be held on Tuesday, either at 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. on Wheeler Field. And then the semifinal winners will advance to the championship, which will be held on Thursday at 11 a.m. Substitution into the match for Carroll.
Good recovery there.
Trumbull boots it out. Teammate there on the left wing working that sideline. Throw for the Bears. And again, it just kind of seems like that pendulum swings back and forth. Rocky Mountain a little bit more in the way of possession of late.
Well, it's ebbs and flows.
Yes.
The game of football is that way. and it's about managing your lows and how you bring it back up and get back up under the high again. And you're absolutely right, and the pendulum has swung over this way, and we'll see how long they keep it up there.
For the Bears, Morgan Mock. Ellen Gaudry, a little bit of space, sends it ahead. Davis on the wing, being challenged by Molly Molvik.
Excuse me, Jim. Unfortunate that she couldn't get that ball a little further in front of her. So as a forward there coming off the wing, we teach our forwards, you've got to get across the defender's hips there and in front of them. And that makes the defender have to make a decision. She's either got to bring her down there or make the most unbelievable tackle to stop her. And luckily for the Carroll defender, she did get that ball stuck under her feet. But that's what we teach the forwards on the wings. When you're attacking one-on-one there going to the goal, get across their hips and get it to the goal, make that defender make a decision.
Gaudry with it for Rocky Mountain. Coming up the Carroll attack. She'll send it long. Chasing it down for Carroll is Maria Ackerman. Sophomore sizing up the pitch. And he'll send it out.
Yeah, it's a foul there. I would have liked to have seen her instead of crossing that ball. She really wanted that ball for Linsing on the back post there, but I don't think they were on the same page. She had enough time there to really just kind of settle that ball and maybe make one more connection. Shorter passes. Can we swing the ball a little bit easier there? Would have liked to have seen that.
And now with it for Carroll, Emily Funseth. Funseth directing a through ball up to, looking in the direction of Kinsley, but running onto it. Goalkeeper for Rocky, Hannah Trumbull.
Courtney, it's warmer than it was for softball.
Long high kick upfield, getting a boot on it. Maya Mock. Here for Carroll, Funseth sending it over to the left side. On the attack, Molly Molvig. And Lord with it, but the goalkeeper, Trumbull there. Upfield, Maya Mock. Over for Morgan Mock. Davis going to work against Moxon.
Every time they find Maya Mock's feet, she just good hold-up play, turns to face up, good connections. They need to keep targeting her. They're having a lot of success finding her.
Morgan with the ball, sends it back. And now upfield it goes from Ashley Donahue, taking it there on the back line. For Carroll was Avery Lamborn. But now Rocky Mountain continuing with some pretty solid possession here in the last several moments. And to your point, looking for the feet of Maya Mock. Split the defenders, but there for Carroll is Funseth. Now long through ball, trying to run onto it. Moxon, and then there's the clearance defensively.
Again, Lord creating a lot of danger in behind the defenders and behind that back line. She's got a lot of pace.
Well, when you see a team that ends up playing a high defensive line, it tells me that you got a lot of confidence in the foot speed of your defense. But, yeah, I can imagine that does come at the potential cost of somebody gets a long through ball out there and somebody with some speed running onto it in the attack.
Yeah, I mean, it's compactness from them as a team defensively, because it's that vertical compactness. You don't want to give a huge gap between your midfield line and your defensive line, but the danger is that when you are compact like that, that in behind is where the space is at. So if you have pacey players up front, that's always a danger.
Rocky Mountain maintaining possession. They were looking in the direction there of Georgia Dean. And now here is Carroll on the move. Send it over on the right wing. And defensively, Rocky Mountain doing a good job of getting back. Jamie Sheridan making the move for Carroll, running down that right channel.
Again, into the center forward, good hold-up play, and the wingers just know. It's into her feet. That's my trigger to go, and I'm going to get in the space behind. And it's very similar to what I like with my teams. It's really, really nice to see the wingers be on the same page with the forward.
On the corner kick, ends up in traffic. Rocky Mountain wins it, but taking it right back. Number 13 for Carroll is Maya Retzi. Trumbull. I'm going to go ahead and let one of members of her back line, Ashley Donahue, take care of that goal kick. They're getting a noggin on it. Charlize Davis. Rocky Mountain with the throw in. Ellen Gaudry way upfield and deflected out of bounds. About 10.5 minutes left to go in the first half of play. Deanna Lord sending it toward the middle, and a good 1v1 battle going on between a pair of 14s.
Another good battle there.
Zoe Kochi wearing number 5. And now we'll have a sub into the match for Carroll. Looks like Lord's going to come off for a breather, and Haley Smith will come on. Smith, sophomore from Woods Cross, Utah.
See if anything changes with how they decide to play here, or if pace will be the option on the wings again. Sometimes in a team you have what you have, and you know, if your first winger is a pacey one, sometimes you bring on another one that doesn't have the pace, but they offer something else to the game. So we'll see what it looks like.
Carroll with the ball. Defense doing its job. Now they bring it out of the back. Little collision at midfield. Play on they do. Little foot race to the ball. Carroll with the throw in. Rocky Mountain and Gaudry with the ball. Works it toward the middle. Lefty boot way upfield. And Rocky Mountain tried to run onto it. Emma Lensing over there. Looking center. Clearance by Mulvig. Funseth sends it left. Mulvig. Works up line to Haley Smith.
Offside.
And with the offside call, Rocky Mountain will get it back.
They had the overload there on the wing, and the outside back just didn't pass it in time. Would have liked to have seen that go a little earlier.
Zoe Kochi there, and now Rocky Mountain trying to make a move. Zoe will send it right. Jamie Sheridan. Rocky Mountain on the attack. Lensing down on the box. No call.
Well, they're asking the question. Referee said not for him.
Funseth sends it upfield. Hannah Trumbull there, the Bears goalkeeper. Deep kick. Takes a couple of funky hops off the surface. And a free kick awarded to Carroll. Avery Lamborn sends it right. Rocky Mountain back there defensively.
Carroll men's soccer over here in full verse.
Yes. Oh, it's always good to have support on the road.
100%.
Looks fire. All right, it's parked on this close side.
Ball knocked around and out of the back. Molvig. There to meet her is Charlize Davis. They'll poke it out now, trying to run onto it for Carroll is Ella Kinsley.
Carroll just in the back need to pick it up just about a half step. Rocky Mountain putting pressure on them, making them play uncomfortably, and they just need to speed up their touches a bit there. That'll get them more comfortable in connecting those passes again.
Coming off for Carroll will be Molly Mulvig. Unpack, unwind, and enjoy the luxurious tropical feel of the Compass Hotel. This resort-style family-friendly property offers a relaxing island vibe amidst the rolling hills of the Pacific Northwest. Hungry or thirsty? Grab a bite and a drink from the 5 o'clock somewhere bar and grill directly on site. Whatever your vacation needs are, you will be well taken care of at Compass Hotel. Book your stay now. Rocky Mountain on the move. Morgan Hayes is number 2. Fire over
Good
into
tackle.
the corner.
Good defending.
Well, you had said that you were looking for a cracker of a match, and we have had a match that has delivered.
It's good. It's very good. As you say, I mean, it just ebb and flow here. Each team getting their looks here on their highs, and it's been very good, back and forth.
And then the corner kick ends up on top of the net.
Yeah, not the service she was looking for, I don't think.
Well, it has a little bit, borrowing from the baseball world, a little bit of a feel of a pitcher's duel.
A little bit, but if you're a true fan of the game, pitcher's duels are awesome. They're fun to
Yes.
watch.
Well, I think the same thing for soccer. It's like if somebody tells me that a scoreless draw at this juncture of the game is boring, I say, well, you haven't watched a lot of soccer, have you?
Yeah, it's and again, I say it a lot to our players and the players that I coach. You know, that's football. You know, it's 0-0, but if you didn't watch the game, you don't know. And there's some 0-0 draws that are like the best games you've ever seen. So
absolutely. I think the first MLS match I watched was a scoreless draw between the Timbers and the Sounders.
Oh, good rivalry there.
Oh, yeah. Carroll working out of the back. Avery Lamborn, number 15, sends it upfield to Funseth. And a little boot out to the right wing. Trying to get there for Carroll is Sheridan.
Left back for Rocky Mountain has been fantastic in the first half. She closes everything down, does the right thing with the ball. Very, very good player.
Meanwhile, the Bears trying to put a goal on the board. Morgan Hayes sending it for Morgan Mock. And it is taken away by the Saints. Ball kicked in the direction of a photographer. Just like, what did I do?
Well, Claire avoided the first one with her bag, but got her on the second one.
And there for Carroll is Delaney Moxen.
She's been good.
Well, she does a good job of just really not being pushed off the ball.
Yep.
Has good strength. Now throw in for Hayes and the Bears. Trying to move in front of it there. Haley Smith. And now onto it for Rocky Mountain, Georgia Dean.
Good idea there. Good combination. Looking for the third player run there. Just missed her.
Over there defensively for Rocky Mountain, Mila Allison. That'll go the other way, and nobody there, so Ackerman will pick it up. Got about 1:10 left to go in the first half.
Where'd our sunshine go?
Yeah, I know. Of course, if you don't like the weather in Oregon, you wait 5 minutes.
Well, this is true.
Had a little bit of sprinkles this morning. Sun came out for a while, and like you say, we're under full cloud cover right now.
4% chance of rain, they said this morning.
Well, I guess what percentile we fell into. Had Joe breaking out the tarps and everything. Rocky Mountain with the throw. A lot of gold shirts around that ball, but Rocky Mountain getting into that mix. Up the middle, fires on frame. Ackerman's right there.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
She'll send it away.
3, 2, 1, 0.
And it is halftime.
After 45 minutes.
And then after 35 minutes of soccer, we're right where we started, at least in terms of the score. It is Rocky Mountain 0, Carroll 0. We'll take a timeout, and then we'll be back with our halftime report here on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings, the big expansions, and the celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there. The late nights, cold pizza, the glamorous travel, the juggling acts. We are in for all of it, all of us. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side. Like Kayla from Kansas City, or Brian from Boise. He's great too. And thousands of other bankers around the country. Because your glory is our glory. If it's important to you, it's important to us. And all the cold pizza will be worth it. To get us farther than we ever thought we could go. To be better than any of us could ever be alone. Proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us.
At the half, Rocky Mountain and Carroll College at a standoff in a scoreless draw. A very strong defensive match, and we've really seen ebbs and flows to it. Both teams with some opportunities here, but haven't yet put one in the back of the net. Earlier today, we saw a thrilling match between OIT and Northwest University. After giving up an early goal, OIT rallied from behind, scored a pair of second-half goals, and they advanced to the semifinals of this tournament thanks to their 2-1 victory. Patriot Electric is a family-owned business that has been powering up Southern Oregon for close to 20 years. We are a core group of licensed electricians with the resources and capabilities to complete any job, regardless of size, in both the residential and commercial fields. Our goal is to provide safe, effective, clean, and beautiful electrical and lighting projects, ensuring quality that you can see. Here at the intermission, Rocky Mountain and Carroll gathered there at their respective benches. We've got men's matches coming up later on in the day. And by the way, if you want to follow all the goings-on here at the tournament, reminding that you can follow what's going on online. To follow all of the conference athletics, visit CascadeConference.org. Again, that's CascadeConference.org. You'll also find us on Facebook and Twitter. 21 universities, 3,000 student athletes, and 16 championships. This is the Cascade Collegiate Conference. Also going on at this time, In women's competition, it's Eastern Oregon against Southern Oregon. We'll pause for messages. Invite you to stick around. We've got the second half of soccer coming up. It is the Battling Bears and the Fighting Saints here on TableRockSports.net.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're going to do is you're going to take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So
goal.
keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your
All right, welcome back to Lithia Driveway Fields. Jim McCoy along with Greg Millick. I got Johnny McCoy on the camera, and kind of an interesting look at the halftime stats here, Greg. Of course, the big stat is zeros, but on the other hand, you can see Carroll maybe had a little bit more in the way of shots, 6-3 advantage there. But otherwise, you'd have to say everything else is, score indicating that it's even across the board.
Yeah, I think that the shot count here, Carroll outshooting him 6-3, and I think that just had to do with the flurry of chances that they got there in the earlier part of the half, and then I think Rocky settled very nicely into the game in the second half of the first half, if you will, second part of the first half, and they were able to create some chances of their own. So withstanding the flurries and getting yourself into it and then getting yourself some your own chances there, and a lot of balls in midfield as we got to the end of the half there.
Well, now, we're going to have you put your coach's hat on here a little bit. If you're on that sideline with the Bears, with Rocky Mountain, What are some of the things you're talking about in the second half? Maybe some things you think you might be able to do to be able to at least get that first one on the board.
Yeah, I think their ideas are very good. When they win the ball and they build it up, and once it goes into the middle of the park, they're then able to find their attackers' feet and able to combine. They've just got to get that one last ball into the mix there that they can get a shot away with. Everything else has been right. They're getting it into wide areas. They're overloading sometimes. And it's just that final ball going into the 18 to give the attackers a chance to get a shot on the goal. So for me, if I'm coaching them, I'm hitting on that. I'm saying, look, second part of that half, we withstood their flurry. We're now in, and our defending was good, and we just need to continue to find each other and find those looks, but we just need a little more quality of the ball in the middle on that final pass to give us a shot.
Well, now, on the other side of the coin, if you're the Saints, early on it looked like they were just kind of like settling into the game, but once they did kind of get that flurry going there for a while. Really looked to me like that they might be able to score early in the ball game. One of the things I see is they've got forwards, they've got attackers that can really cover the ground and the type of deal where they might be able to get something in a breakaway scenario. But it seems like, yes, the half has gone on. Maybe if the momentum has gone one way or the other, it has gone in Rocky Mountain's favor. What's the discussion going to be like, you think, on the Carroll side of things?
Well, I think on the Carroll side, Lord was the one that was giving them the best option of scoring. I mean, she had a number of chances where she got behind her outside back there and got into the box. Probably should have put one away at least there. The one that she put just wide on the ground, that was her best opportunity. For me, and again, they subbed her in the half, so when she went off the field, they kind of lost. That's kind of where the momentum shifted, right? And so for me, I get Lord back in the game. We stay to who we are. We find our center forward, good hold-up play, and get those wingers going in behind, and especially keeping Lord on the field. Let her get in behind there. She's the most dangerous player for them on the field. Can you get the ball in behind and get it on her feet, and can she put it away? That's what I'm looking to say if I'm Carroll's coaching staff.
Well, there's no question about it. Oh, and again, they're working against Rocky Mountain, playing kind of a little bit of that high line there, which, again, you hit it the right way, and that opportunity might be there. Also, talk a little bit about substitutions. Do coaches, generally speaking, kind of have their pattern? It's like, okay, I'm going to take this player off, maybe this forward off, catch a breather, and maybe that middle quarter to third of the match, and they're going to come on? Or is it going to be a little bit more dictated by the flow of the game?
I think every coach has a different sort of philosophy on how you manage your players and your bench, and both squads have good depth on their bench. So it could be a situation of, I think for Lord it was, she made a number of 40-yard plus runs into the box. So she was looking a little bit fatigued there at the end of the half. So I thought that was fine to make the sub and freshen it up, give fresh legs there to end the half. Now I got to imagine in the second half 0-0, and you're looking for the win here. Because it's win or go home, right? You're going to leave your top players on, and so, like I said, every coach's philosophy is different. Some of them rotate at certain times, and we can freshen it up here, and then we can put somebody in there. And some coaches, they don't sub at all. Right. You leave your 11. If you're in the 11, you better be ready to play that 45 minutes and go the full time. So everybody's different. We'll see what the coaches decide to do here with that. And obviously now Carroll has taken the field, and so Lord is not starting. So I have to imagine that means she's going to come on in the second part of this period.
And I imagine her team thinking was like, well, hopefully you've got the chance to freshen up and make a good strong run there at the end. Rocky Mountain with the rock to start things out.
I see what you did there, Jim.
word nerd, and sometimes I even actually manage to use the right ones. Out along the back line, Rocky Mountain with control here early. One of the substitutions that we saw about midway through the first half, number 18 for the Bears, and that is St. Bath.
She's been good today at left back.
She has. Carroll player trying to run onto it, Courtney Gagnon. Or Gagnon if you go with the French pronunciation. Some step over action there for Mila Allison. She'll take it from Bath, and now back to the midfield for Maya Mock.
And to start the half again, we're in those first few minutes, feel it out, get back in our rhythm.
Georgia Dean is number 16, Bath, and now Mila Allison over toward the middle of the pitch. Little collision there between a pair of players. And the flag goes up. Free kick into traffic. Running over for it for Carroll is Jamie Sheridan.
Good defending. Just, again, the touch there, a little bit out from her feet. Textbook defending. Get your hips across hers and you win the ball.
And there with the lefty boot, Allison. Now toward the middle of the pitch, running onto it for Rocky Mountain is Morgan Mock.
See, and this is the part with players and your personnel. This is what I envy about for your coaches here. I'll pause here for you, Jim.
All right. And now we've got Carroll. Their opportunity cleared away, but it remains in that defensive third. Long attempt there. You were saying, Greg?
Just the part that I envy about the four-year university level is the ability to develop players for that 4 years. As a junior college coach, we get 2 years with those guys max, and sometimes sometimes we get a third if they do trip up with the grades. We've had that before. We've had to redshirt a player, so sometimes we get a third year with them. But for everybody that comes in, 2 years max is what we're looking at, and I envy these coaches that get to get those extra 2 years to develop, and then when you get seniors on your team, I mean that's where the experience all comes in, and they get such great players out of it because they've been in the system for that amount of time.
Throw in for Carroll. Courtney there with the throw in and send it toward the middle. And we've got Delaney Moxon trying to run onto it. Battle along the sideline. Couple of players go down.
It's just battle for the ball there. Good no call. And now he's actually going to bring it back on that last one.
A whistle on the play. And a free kick opportunity for Carroll. Emily Funseth from Great Falls, Montana. Two-player wall. And the referee's going to move them back just a little bit. Ball into traffic.
Oh, it's hit the post.
Oh, wow. And once again, Carroll getting so close.
Goalkeeper's going to kiss that post after this.
That's for sure. And they're fielding it out of the air for Rocky Mountain. Hannah Trumbull. She'll survey the pitch. Right-footed boot. And they're meeting it for Carroll as Sheridan. Rocky Mountain now on the attack. They're looking ahead to Lensing.
Yeah, I think that's their big target going forward. I mean, they work the ball through the center of the park, and they're looking for her to run in behind. Defender made a great play there. If she misses that, Lensing's off to the races there.
A little slip and fall there. Carroll going to try to take advantage.
Good recovery.
There for Carroll. Number 22 is Molly Mulvig. And it looks like, you talk about the different, class standings and everything. It seems like there's a really good mix on both rosters of seniors and younger players.
Yeah, and that's, if you have good upperclassmen, they're going to teach those underclassmen what it is. When they're going to teach those players the league, and they're going to impart good wisdom to those players, and that's where that mixture really pays off for you, because your older players teach your younger players. And then that's how the cycle keeps continuing.
Mm-hmm. Carroll on the attack. Player falls to the ground. That is Haley Smith.
It's going to be offside. Going to say I didn't see anything in there for a foul, so offside's the right call there.
All right, and that's a free kick for Rocky Mountain. Bears with the ball, working over toward the left side is Charlize Davis. Looked promising there for a moment, but Carroll now on the counter, now racing onto it is Delaney Moxon. She looks toward the middle for Smith. Smith spins around the defender. She'll have a look, but it's a little high.
It's a good look. It's a good look. Defender for Rocky had to try to make a play. Carroll forward kept it in. Good look into her teammate's feet. She got a good look at the goal out of that.
So Carroll still continuing to knock on the door. Smith trying to get there for the Saints. And they're getting a boot on it. Looks like we've got Mila Allison there. Ackerman, kick way upfield, but quickly cleared away.
All the forwards for Rocky there had already made their initial run, so they were offside.
Ackerman, kind of a line drive kick. Ella Kinsley out there in the middle. Now the throw up line, and then there is Bath for the battling Bears. Lensing dishes off middle. Look over to the right side, but nobody there.
Not on the same page. Not on the same page. Winger came short. She wanted that at her feet. Center mid wanted that in behind, and center mid made the decision, and unfortunately the winger was not on that right page there.
A long, deep kick, and trying to meet it there for Carroll is Delaney Moxon. Free kick for Rocky Mountain. Line drive upfield, right there in the middle of the pitch. Lensing is in there as a part of that mix.
Carroll men's soccer in full voice again.
Oh, yes. Well, it's interesting to me, and I've worked with high school players, not college, but still, I would imagine the same is true. Part of, just besides the matches themselves, is just the experience.
Yeah.
You know, having the fun at a tournament, going on a road trip, and having some downtime, having an opportunity to cheer on your school.
Yeah, and it's it's you play on the men's soccer team, you play on the women's soccer team, but you're a part of the athletics department, and you're a part of the athletics program, and that's the best part, is that you get to go and cheer each other on, because at the end of the day, you know, everyone's in the program is doing the same thing. They're all student athletes. We're all come to do the same thing. We're going to get our degrees, and we're going to be great in the sport that we play. And so that's what you want to be teaching kids at your program. Here we go.
Rocky Mountain.
She'll get a corner out of that.
On the attack, and it'll be a corner kick.
We do the same thing at Rogue. You know, our men's players, for our women's soccer players, and then also for our volleyball program, the women's and men's soccer team on Friday night, we packed that gym, and the men's soccer team, I heard, got a little rowdy and had to be told to quiet down a little bit. But that's what it's about, you know, just the student athletes supporting each other.
Here's the corner kick for the Bears, delivered into the middle of traffic, lands to the far side. Sheridan running it down, but on the other end of it is Ashley Donahue.
Going to say the referee said that was natural position for her hand there.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear different fans' perspectives, shall we say, on, you know, things like handballs or, of course.
Well, if I'm the coach of the defending team and the attacker brings the ball down and it hits her hand, I want that call as a handball. But if it's my player bringing the ball down, that's natural position we play on. So
exactly. And Rocky Mountain near midfield, getting ready to deliver the free kick.
Every restart now, very direct service balls in there. Lots of pressure on the back lines. Keeper needs to make sure she's got them organized.
And here we go. And Bath there with the header. I'm going to guess that that's not exactly the way she wanted to hit it.
No, I think she wanted to flick that the other direction. But no harm here. They're in possession again.
Trumbull looking downfield, getting ready to send it away.
I'd be interested to know what the instruction was for Rocky Mountain in that position there. Carroll only had one defender up there. I don't know. I'm telling my players to put that ball down. Let's play the center backs and play it out. But, again, I don't know what their instruction was. So
And they're trying to run onto it for Rocky Mountain. Maya Mock. They're on the attack now, and the ball ends up sailing across the back line, and now sets up a corner kick.
This is that type of flurry that Carroll had in the first part of the first half, so switched up on the other team here. Rocky Mountain getting these flurries now.
Line drive kick. Ackerman tips it out. Now toward the middle, little bicycle kick, but there Ackerman to field it. Now ball bouncing upfield, getting out in front of the traffic, but coming out high is Trumbull. And now we'll have a sub on for Carroll as...
Yeah, they're going to bring Lord back into the game.
Deanna Lord checks back in out of Cave Creek, Arizona. Graduate of Notre Dame Prep Catholic High School. Throw in for Carroll. Courtney Gagnon taking care of the throw. Rocky trying to clear it out. Out into space there to meet it. Avery Lamborn. Throw in for the Saints. Courtney sends it up line, looking in the direction of Ella Kinsley. Ball in the middle of the pitch, and the shot just high.
It's a good look. Good setup in the middle, good shot. She's got to hit the target there.
Good looking attempt. Still scoreless. 27 minutes left to go in regulation. And just the other night, Greg saw one go all the way down to penalty kicks.
Well, got to find. There's a way to decide it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, somebody's got to win it, and so we cannot have the players playing on it forever. So PKs is where we go.
Yeah, you could end up with quite the war of. I know some people talk about how it's difficult to watch a match be settled by penalty kicks, but otherwise you end up with a war of attrition possibly.
Yeah, and again, at the end of the day, it's a sentence that I always say that sometimes, hey, that's football.
Yeah.
You know?
Rocky Mountain working up the middle, shade a little bit toward the right, looking for Lensing downfield.
Was a good look there. If she hits her a little sooner, maybe she gets her in there.
Maya Mock. And just good control there on the foot.
Mock has been really good for them up front. Good hold-up play, very composed.
And now a corner kick opportunity for Rocky Mountain. Here's the kick. In traffic.
Foul in the box somewhere.
Oh, wow. It was just that type of thing where you had the ball over on the right side. You had the goalkeeper Ackerman a little bit more to the left side. And that is where probably Ackerman very thankful for her defenders.
Yes, 100%.
And those can be the most frenetic of plays. It's almost like if you wish you could have your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain, lefty boot up the middle of the field. Ackerman making a play on the bounce. Bath for Rocky Mountain, and there for the Bears, Piper Adams Jones. Foot race ensues.
Another corner out of it. Charlize Davis over on the right-hand side. She's been a handful this second half.
She has. Again, Rocky Mountain switches up a little bit on that approach. Going short, and now they'll take that shot, and it's wide of the frame.
It's the second short corner they've run today, and it's gotten the shooter free each time. But again, you got to hit the target.
Yeah.
Got to hit the target from there. It's a very well-designed play. When you have the short corner with two, it's interesting to see how teams defend it. When we defend it, or at least the teams that I coach, I send two defenders out there to make it 2v2. But if you only send the one, it's 2v1, and there's not much that first defender, if they're by themselves, they have to make the play, and if they don't, you're looking at a free go.
Ball deflected. Out of bounds it goes. On for Rocky Mountain. I see Morgan Mock there wearing number 7. Her and Bath sandwiching Ella Kinsley.
And then it went off Kinsley. Unlucky.
We'll race to the ball and booting it away. Maya Ritzy. Sheridan on the right side. Lefty kick over for Kinsley. 1v1 battle going on there, and they get tripped up, and good defense there by Rocky Mountain.
Good defending. Looked like the attacker had gotten in behind. Defender shut the door on that.
Sheridan working against Bath. Works it toward the middle. Right there, center of the pitch. Ball kept alive. And cleared away out of bounds.
Carroll trying to clear their lines there. Did not get the ball out far enough. Keeping them pinned in there.
And pop up. Lands middle of the field. Over on the sideline is Lords. Lord with it. And across the face of the goal.
Jim, I'm sure she knew exactly where her post was at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last couple minutes here, Carroll has Rocky pinned again. Again, the ebbs and flows. It's so interesting how momentum changes in a game.
Well, and sometimes what changes it.
Yeah.
Out toward the middle of the field, and now up the right side on the wing. And a whistle blows. Foul called. Lensing going to the ground for Rocky Mountain. Free kick. Lands in the middle. Bath sends it up. And Zoe Kochi there trying to run it down. Bears trying to untie the knot. We have a little bit of a lull in the action here. Kick toward the middle with their Ackerman to field it. Kick nice and deep, but right there to get a noggin on it is Mila Allison. From humble beginnings as a small trash hauler in 1938, the road disposal and recycling of today is more than 150 hardworking and dedicated employees strong. We're a leader in curbside trash, recycling, and yard debris pickup services, and we're dedicated to a broad range of school and community services. Now, Carroll on the attack.
Goal kick just ran out on her there.
Deanna Lord with a few good runs today. But a goal kick now for the Bears. Morgan Mock with a header, and now running up the...
Oh, she's going to get in.
Trying to make a move,
what a great defensive play there.
Wow. Defensively, Avery Lamborn there. Charlize Davis making quite a run, and looked for a minute there like they might have it.
Yeah. No, she made a great run on the outside. The midfielder placed the ball in between the center back and the outside back, and the outside back was a little high in her positioning. Also, she's got incredible pace there, but what a play from the center back to cover for her fellow defender there.
Corner kick for the Bears. And cleared out by Carroll. A little collision there. Lord a part of that. Rocky Mountain player back up on her feet. Up the right side, working it toward the middle. And it'll be a throw-in for the Bears. Sana Bath will take care of it, and back out of bounds it goes again. Carroll clearance. There defensively for Rocky Mountain, Morgan Hayes, who's back in the match. Kick toward the middle, picking it up, Ackerman.
It's going to take something special to get one past these keepers today. The looks are there, but just not enough quality in that finishing touch. It's going to take something special. Yeah.
Bears with the ball.
She's offside.
The flag goes up. So this one's going the other way.
That one's a tough one if you're a coach over on the sideline, because you want your forward to recover from that run that they had just made. Can you be onside for that? We harp at our forwards all the time for that.
Avery Lamborn with the free kick, and here for Rocky Mountain, Charlize Davis. Over on the far sideline, there for Carroll is Emily Funseth. And there goes Lord on the breakaway.
She's still on it.
She keeps her feet. But it goes wide.
That pace is just, it blistering pace. I mean, she was behind the defender. Defender had a good couple yards in front of her to have the advantage there, and she just closed the space. And I'm just going to try to make a play on this, and the ball lands at her feet, and she got a quality look out of it.
You got to imagine she probably in high school must have been a track athlete for a spring sport.
Well, you would hope so. If you're the track coach and you're watching athletes play other sports, you would hope they would try to recruit her to do that.
Rachel McAllister comes on for Sheridan for Carroll. McAllister, Briar Washington, freshman. A goal kick. Up in the air. Lord trying to get there. And kicked away. This one's going to go out of bounds. Carroll throw. Trying to work it toward the middle, but the defense there for the Bears. Lefty touch toward the middle. Rocky Mountain, Georgia Dean in the middle of the action. Now trying to run onto it for Rocky Mountain, Ellen Godry. And you know Lord was coming.
You know she was coming. The defender certainly knew she was coming because she was running a little faster there.
Delaney Moxon also there for Carroll. Working 1v2 and tries to angle a shot in the direction of the goal. Nothing doing there for the Saints. 13 minutes left to go in regulation. Try a through ball, and the wing can't quite get there. Lensing with the throw in, but taken by Carroll. Up the left side, it's Lord. She's coming in, going to try to take the shot. And over the goal it goes.
Good defending there. Again, we said it at halftime. Observing the first half, it has to be Lord. She's the one. She's providing the most danger.
Now they're going to set up the corner kick. And perhaps the Saints can find one off the set piece. Kick into traffic. Up in the air it goes. Rocky Mountain there, but there's Zoe Kochi, number 5 for Carroll. Path delivers it out of the back and hits the corner of one of the canopies here, and now Saints with the throw in.
Everybody at the stats table on their toes today.
Moxon doing battle there against the defender for Rocky Mountain. They'll clear it out, and we'll do this one over. Kick toward the middle, and you know who was there.
Yep.
Buzzer sounds with a little more than 10 minutes left to go. Rocky Mountain hanging tough as we've watched Carroll in these last couple of minutes find a few more opportunities. Middle of the pitch. Rocky Mountain with it now.
Watch out for Davis here.
Davis with the ball on the left side. Works her way through the traffic. Takes a look.
Save.
Oh, Ackerman. What a play.
What an unbelievable save. Just enough to put it onto the post. Yeah, Davis had a full head of steam. Good cut in on the right foot. It's a good shot. It's a great save from the keeper. And again, you bailed out by the post there, but what an incredible save.
Oh, my goodness. As close as you can get to a goal without getting a goal.
Absolutely.
Ackerman being tended to there and now gets ready to boot it out. But a spectacular play there in the net. Now, once again, we find Charlize Davis. Now switch fields, right side. Lensing on it. She'll scoot through traffic, but once again, Ackerman there. She'll clear it out. Ball trapped.
Yeah.
And a free kick to Carroll.
Well, I thought she had done it.
Oh, I tell you what, it was, it's like you say, a good shot and an even better save.
Yeah.
Free kick for the Saints. 8 minutes left to go in the match. Having a look there for Carroll, Zoe Kochi. Zoe from Boise, Idaho. Goal kick. Bath there. Poked away, but mostly gold jerseys and the goalkeeper for Carroll out in that direction. Ball lands in space, and there, Donahue to run onto it. She's got it now, sends it up the right side, looking for Mock. Rocky Mountain with possession of the ball at the moment. Trying to look upfield, and Mock with it, looking left. Bath is there. Also have Charlize Davis running out to a wing. Back up top it goes, swing it around the right side. Lensing with it. Pulls it back, and now left-footed kick toward the middle. Carroll will clear it out. On a furious pace to try to get there, Rachel McAllister.
Good composure from the center back there. You know, Bath and Davis had a moment there when that ball got switched to the left. If Bath and her had spoken to one another, I would have let that ball run into Davis's feet, and Bath could have run forward, and it would have been 2 versus 1. That might have given them an opportunity there.
Now McAllister tripped up, and the whistle blows. Bath there defensively. This will set up a free kick. Courtney Gagnon will take care of the free kick. Here goes the kick, just a little bit wee tad short, but McAllister gets a boot on it. Five minutes left to go. It's scoreless. Middle of traffic there, running over for it is Moxon. Now a shot, but there, good save by Trumbull.
Good connections, good combinations, good shot. Keep her in a good spot.
Tell you what, the goalkeepers have really put on a show in this match.
Absolutely.
Mock with the ball, sends it upfield for Lensing. Lensing.
Carroll stretched here.
And then she'll go ahead and fire it from the right side. Wide of the frame. But a corner kick for Rocky Mountain.
Checking on the player after that last defensive play. Her head. Referee's doing a good job of checking on the players.
And the corner kick, jumping up to grab it. Maria Ackerman. Ball booted downfield. Bath gets a foot on it, but McAllister there for Carroll. McAllister on the right side, looking toward the middle. Ball tipped around. Rocky Mountain defense there in numbers. Ball goes sky high. Delaney Moxon trying to get there, and
gonna get held in here.
Zoe fires it toward the middle. Now they'll set it up. Left side, looking for Lord. Davis with it.
Good tackle.
Right there with the defense. Courtney Gagnon. She'll send it left, or to right, I should say, to McAllister. Has it taken away by Bath. Now it's Davis once again working that left side. Davis.
Almost made something out of that.
It came close. Very close.
Would have liked to have seen the Carroll player there, as the number 7 makes a great tackle, and you're coming out there and you go one-on-one with the defender with a couple of options in the middle of the park. Just have some composure there. Knock some connecting passes together. Keep possession of the ball. Get yourself up the field, especially this late in the half.
McAllister just a little bit slow to get up there. Gets back up to her feet. And a free kick for the Saints. Maya Ritzy there, and McAllister.
Good tackle. Good defending from Bath there.
And she'll send it toward the middle. And working the middle is Georgia Dean. Dean, Lensing. And number 8 is Piper Adams-Jones. Up the right side, they'll send it. Ellen Godry, number 14. Inside, a minute to go. Ball to the middle. There's the shot, and it's wide. .40 seconds left. Now make it more like about 30 in regulation. Ackerman. Upfield. Now McAllister going to try to run onto it. She'll get there. Looking toward the middle, and she ends up falling to the turf. Rocky Mountain clears.
9, 8.
You can hear the countdown.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And or scoreless after regulation.
Square at 0-0. We will play 2 10-minute golden goal periods to determine this one.
You can't be mad. We're going to get free soccer. So,
that's right.
You know, you pay for 90 minutes, and now you get extra time. So we
get a little
free
extra.
Soccer.
So, okay, for those that may not know, explain to we're talking about 10 extra periods, golden goal. Break that down for us.
As far as I know, they went away from that this year, NAI and NCAA level. We'll have to double check and confirm that. But the NAI and NCAA actually went to this year where they're going to play 2 full periods of it. If they're still tied at the end of the 2 periods, then they'll go to penalty kicks to decide the game. It used to be golden goal, and that's a new rule that the NAI and the NCAA switched to. So now we'll play the 2 periods. As far as I know, we'll have to confirm that, of course.
Well, why don't we do that? Why don't we go ahead and take a quick break and then get that confirmed? But, like you say, we've got more.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings, the big expansions, and the celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there. The late nights, cold pizza, the glamorous travel, the juggling acts. We are in for all of it, all of us. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City, or Brian from Boise. He's great too. And thousands of other bankers around the country. Because your glory is our glory. If it's important to you, it's important to us. And all the cold pizza will be worth it to get us farther than we ever thought we could go, to be better than any of us could ever be alone, proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Get this one in here real quick. At the end of regulation, it's a scoreless tie. Well, we can't let that go on. We're talking about trying to settle a conference championship. And now we have gotten clarification on that Because, well, what's happened at the NAIA, they went one way for a long time, then went to another, and then went back to the old way. So tell us a little bit about these, the 2 extra periods and the golden goal.
Yeah, the NAIA keeping us on our toes, I guess. So golden goal, it just like sudden death hockey. Mm-hmm. If it goes in the net, game is over. So you have to plan accordingly. 2 different schools of thought there. You can be a little bit conservative and, hey, listen, if we see an opportunity and we want to take a shot at that, make sure it's the right opportunity at the right time. Otherwise, keep possession of the ball, keep it moving, nothing silly. Don't overexpose yourself. The other school of thought is, hey, let's go for this right now, right?
Yes.
And let's put the pressure on, and we're going after it, and we're going to try to score. And if you expose your numbers forward, that's gonna expose the numbers in the back. So that's always the high risk, high reward. If you get your goal, you got it, but you're also leaving yourself a little bit exposed if that's how you decide to play it.
Well, it should be interesting. Do you have kind of an inkling what you think that these teams might do given that situation? I mean, you can see that these teams have had their shots, they've made their runs, they just haven't got that one in the back of the net.
I don't know. I think if I'm the coach of either of these teams, I'm just, I'm telling my team, hey, listen, more of the same. Keep it the same. Let's play our game. Opportunities on. Let's go for it. But let's just make sure we take care of the ball when we need to, and don't overexpose ourselves. I think these teams are solid, and they have every. I just think they're going to come out and a little more of the same, and if somebody gets an opportunity, they're going to take it.
Well, I think it's safe to say, Greg, this has been every bit the match that you anticipated.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen good play on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, even. I mean, it really is. It's and for the neutral, I mean, it's just fun to watch. I mean, this is a great match. Lots of action, shots, saves, good defending, good attack. It's everything you wanted.
And Rocky Mountain will continue to go right to left from where we sit, wearing black with the green numerals. Whistle blows. And we're into overtime. Rocky Mountain and Carroll, the 4 seed and the 5 seed. And getting a foot on it there, Morgan Mock is number 7 for the Battling Bears. Over to the right side for Ellen Godry. Try to work that right sideline. Bears with early possession here in the first of 2 overtime periods, provided we don't get the golden goal. They'll work it back. Mila Allison looking straight up the middle, but there to head it out, Avery Lamborn. Here goes the Saints. Sheridan down the right side. Battle along the sideline, and Sheridan gets a boot on it. Out in the middle and cleared away, and this one I think is headed for the bed of my truck.
If that's where you parked.
Oh, man. Four and 5. I think they got the seating right on this one.
I think you're right. These 4 or 5 games, I mean, there's nothing between these teams.
Carroll with the throw-in. Deflected by Rocky Mountain. Little pinball action here, and the Bears come away with it. Bath looking toward the middle. Dean looking right side for Lensing. As she works upfield, taken away by Carroll.
Good interception there. Had a player running in behind. Unrelated to the Cascade, the NWAC men's side yesterday had a couple of games go to overtime. The Walla Walla men scored in the 90th minute to tie their game yesterday, and then in the 92nd minute scored the golden goal that put them into the Final Four of the NWAC.
Wow.
Yesterday. I can't wait to watch that film.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. Therefore, Carroll.
Good hold-up play.
Moxon showing us some fancy footwork there. Lord tried to run onto it, but getting there first is the goalkeeper.
And she would have been offside had she had made connection with that.
Trumbull. Her goal kick lands out at midfield. Now, Rocky Mountain going to try to make something happen. Charlize Davis. Shot on frame, but there to meet it is Ackerman.
I'm not a betting man, Jim, but if I were, I would say it's going to be Lord or Davis. If we're going to get a golden goal, it's going to be for either team. It's going to be those two players.
All right, we'll hold you to. We'll see how that one plays out, but I would concur. Shot from the right side, running onto it, Ackerman. So Rocky Mountain, some solid looks here. We're now about almost midway through the first of the two overtime periods. Couple of players fall to the turf and got the whistle. Lord, not looking hurt, just mainly trying to get that boot squared away. And it'll be a free kick for the Saints. Kick by Lamborn. Out toward the middle, and Bath there on the other end of it, sending it out. Sheridan trying to shepherd that ball, but it ends up spinning out of bounds. Courtney with the throw in. And therefore Rocky Mountain was Mila Allison. Davis with it. Ball ends up out of bounds. Bath throws in. Mock sends it back to Bath. Davis in the middle of that fight. I'll send it over to the right side for Gagnon, and they're looking in the middle.
I don't like that look. I'd rather she play into the winger's feet there. She has her.
They're getting ahead on it for Carroll is Emily Funseth. Lamborn looking left. And over in that direction is generally where you see Deanna Lord conducting business. Ball out of bounds for the Saints throw. Molly Molvig. Now down in the corner.
Goal kick.
So Trumbull will get ready to boot it away. Kind of a line drive kick. And a collision. Wow. That was a tough one. Want the license number of that truck. Carroll throw in, looking for Moxon. Working up the left sideline. We'll stop our display clock and let the actual clock catch up.
Yeah, I think both teams in that school of thought, we're just going to play the way we play, and if we see something we like, we'll take it, but if not, we're not going to take any added risk with it.
Dance with who brought you. And there is the free kick, and fielded on the fly by Trumbull, the goalkeeper. That'll land just past midfield. Mock there, and also there for Carroll is Maya Ritzy. Now Lord with the ball. Lord stopped by defender. Looked like Ellen Godry over there. Saints over in the corner, cleared out, and out of bounds.
1 minute.
By Rocky Mountain. Minute to go. Molly Molvig and Moxon with the throw in.
Oop. Corner kick.
And some contact there, and a corner kick for...
Yeah, Rocky defender wants the foul there. If I'm on that coaching staff, I want that foul as well. Referee did not see anything in that, though.
Here goes the corner kick. Well placed and also well defended, well played by the goalkeeper.
Good hands from the keeper.
Now ball way upfield.
10, 9, 8.
And you hear the countdown going now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Well, how about we play another one?
Yep, sounds good.
Time period. Score still reads.
Again, it's all free.
That's right.
We get the benefit.
Well, and this is what, a championship tournament's going to look like. Yeah. You're going to get some really tough competition. You got two teams that, it's like one of those 15-round prize fights.
Yeah. No, it's, again, they're going to take advantage of the opportunity that they're given, but I don't think either team is willing to risk too much to go hunting for it unless the opportunity presents itself.
Well, the stakes can't get any higher. You win, you get to play on. You lose, you go home. So, Yep, makes sense. We're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout here. Still scoreless after one overtime. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll be right back with more here on the Table Rock Sports Network.
Which game for the men is first up for you?
Now, you see, I'm done after this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So far, we haven't, well.
SOUOIT, first up.
All right, and now we're going to go to the second overtime period, and again, golden goal. So, of course, Greg, that means somebody scores here. It's over and done with, regardless of time left. And two teams out on the pitch. Again, it is Rocky Mountain in black with the green numerals, and the Carroll Fighting Saints in gold with the purple shorts and numerals.
Well, 10 minutes. If they want to somebody gets an opportunity to put it away.
And now we'll switch sides on this one, so it'll be the Saints moving from right to left from our vantage point. There's the whistle, and we're off and running once again. Carroll with on defense, and Rocky Mountain now moving the other direction. Ackerman will pick it up. Maria Ackerman has had quite a match there in the goal for the Saints. We'll send it up the right sideline, but cleared away by a Rocky Mountain defender. You know, this has been the very definition of a standoff.
Yes. But it's had the action.
Yes.
You know, it hasn't been this has been anything but a boring game. This has been a really good game played, lots of action on the goals. It's been a really good match.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely a match very worthy of a championship tournament.
There's Davis.
Davis up the left side. And then she works the middle, Lensing, but it is blocked in.
Offside.
Ooh. Wow.
So on the initial ball that Davis set across, the shot hit the crossbar. It looks like that's somehow stayed out, but Davis is then in an offside position as she was closest to the goal there.
Oh, my goodness. You imagine, and probably if you're Ackerman, you're watching your life flash before your eyes.
Well, again, you know, your crossbar and your post can be your best friends sometimes.
Absolutely. Now Lord with it for Carroll. Ball bounces around the middle of the pitch. Here's Lensing. Lensing working against Lord. She'll send it out right. A little bit of contact there, but nothing too serious at all. Now here goes Davis once again. And Ackerman with the save. She'll smother it. And she'll boot it out. High kick taking at midfield. Mila Allison. Carroll with the throw. Moxon will take it. Broken up. Now Lensing going to try to run onto it. There, a little momentary collision with Lamborn. Carroll working left side. And the ball cleared away. Ball inbounded.
Good clearance there.
Cleared away by Rocky Mountain. Mock has it. And like you said, Greg, she's been very instrumental for Rocky Mountain today, or play right there in the middle of the pitch.
Agreed.
I'll send it middle, but there to boot it the other direction, Molly Mulvig. Trying to run it down is Sheridan for the Saints. And it will be a Carroll throw. I'll work it toward the middle. And there, left-footed attempt.
Right at her. But a shot on target's a shot on target.
Yes, it is. And there to meet it for Carroll, Emily Funseth. Bryn Johnson on for Carroll. Johnson out of Hayden Lake, Idaho. Rocky Mountain on the move. It's Davis. Davis up the left side, but defensively, the Saints take care of it. They're looking for Lords in the middle of the pitch. Rocky Mountain defender gets there first. Ashley Donahue on the right side of the Rocky Mountain defense. Piper Adams-Jones, number 8 for Rocky Mountain. Donahue. And they're getting a boot on it for Carroll is Mulvig. Inbounded, Lensing, the right side, slips the defender, goes toward the middle. And it is cleared out. Rocky Mountain, Davis, Charlize Davis.
Oh, there's
slides
Lensing.
in there.
There's Lensing. She's done it.
And Rocky Mountain advances.
Rocky Mountain goal in the 107th minute.
I'll show you the
Emma Lensing.
Show you the replay on that. Lensing
in the 107th
with the feed from Davis. So there you have it, the golden goal for the Rocky Mountain Battling Bears, and boy did they battle today against the Carroll Fighting Saints squad that gave them everything and more.
Well, if I'm Lensing, you know, she's probably kicking herself for that first opportunity that she got about a minute before where the keeper had saved it, and you would hate to have the game go to PKs and lose on that, and that was the golden opportunity. So she made up for that and ends the game, gives her team a win.
Well, I got to tell you, Greg, this has been a lot of fun. We need to do this more often.
Yeah, this is fun. This is really fun. I told you that it's definitely was a childhood kind of dream of mine to get on the TV and be in the booth, and this was a lot of fun. So thank you for having me.
All right. Well, there you have it. Advancing to the semifinals, it will be the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain College, and that'll wrap things up for us. On behalf of the Cascade Collegiate Conference, congratulations to both teams on a great quarterfinal match. The Rocky Mountain Battling Bears advance to the semifinals presented by U.S. Bank, and that'll be held on Tuesday over on Wheeler Field. Thank you to all fans for coming out and supporting both teams. For Greg Millick and my cameraman Johnny McCoy, this is Jim McCoy saying thank you for watching. And stick around, there's more action coming your way right here on TableRockSports.net.